Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is the Cindy Cochran Show, and we're so happy that you joined us. Usually I'll start with, hey, everybody, it's so good to see you. We're here this afternoon, and we're on 106.1 and 104.5. But we have a heavy, heavy show today. We have invited the Conroe Cutthroats. Yeah, the Cutthroats are in the house, and we have plenty of security out there, so everything's good. And no, the Conroe Cutthroats are the roller derby team of Conroe. They put Conroe on the map. They've been around for a while. And roller derby apparently is getting really popular because I went to the Rainbow Skating Rink to watch them play a game with the Rosenberg, whatever they were called. Yellow Rose of Rosenberg. And so I went in, I pulled in, and the parking lot is packed. I mean, there's no place, and I keep going up and down. There's no place to park. I had to park almost on the street, and that would have been dangerous. But I went in there, and it's full of people. I mean, everybody's having a good time. It's amazing. People are sitting out on the rink. They're sitting behind, the wall of the rink. If you've ever been there before, it's so popular with all the kids. I know parents, you've been drugged there before. Not drugged there. They drag you there to go to birthday parties and things like that, and it's so much fun. And it's a great place to go. And they really support these guys. And so I went and I started watching, and I said, this can't be like it used to be, the rough and tumble and the violence and all that. But they give you everything. They just give you everything. You don't know who's going to fall, who's going to be knocked down, or whatever. And so I have two members. Y'all are probably going to be thrown out the team. But I have two members of the Cutthroats. And their names, I'm only going to give you their team name, because their team name just describes them so much. There's Burning Ember. Hello, how are you, Burning? I don't know who to call you.
Ember's fine.
Ember's fine. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate
it. Thank you for having us.
I appreciate it so much. And then we have Taz-Maim-Ya. Taz-Maim-Ya. She will. And if you look at the picture I sent in, she will let you see how when you did like this, Lord. I went, good grief, where you been working out? Hey, you've been working out? Yes, you have. And so I wouldn't want to be, elbowed by you. That was something like, oh man, she is something. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that. I know y'all have so many other things that you could be doing right now, but I just think this is going to be cause more people to. No, I don't want any more to pick. I can't find a parking spot now. If I give y'all too much recognition, then that's just it.
If we pack the house, we'll get you a parking spot.
Oh, you will? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, y'all were so sweet. Y'all let me come over and stand by your. Where y'all are all gathered. And it was fun. That was a lot of fun. What did you say?
Talking to the microphone.
Oh. She has such a sweet, low voice. She's just so shy. That's what's funny is like y'all must see a lot of personalities that are one way when they're, at school, when they're when they're teaching school or when they're doing things, and then when they get on that floor, they become a different person. Is that correct?
Yeah, kind of. Some people have a little bit of an alter ego because you can, like you said, we have a lot of school teachers and such as that, nurses, beauticians, stylists, and they're very calm spoken and nurturing on their
Yes.
day-to-day
Off the
jobs,
track.
off-track time, but when we get on the track, it's a serious sport.
Oh, I love
And-
that. Off track.
I mean, we have to take it serious or
Right.
you can get hurt.
No, you have to do that. But it's just so interesting to me that they unleash this inner rage that they have, and the teachers especially. Like all those kids are so need to be. Y'all have had it today.
It's
'Cause
great
when I-
anger
It
management.
really is.
You've
There's
got to
times that
feel-
you have a bad day. You're like, please let us do hitting drills today. Please let this be a hitting practice. I need to hit my friends today.
Right. So you have hitting practices. They elbowing and pushing and
Well, we can't elbow. If you throw an elbow in the game, you go to the box. That's
Oh,
a
you
penalty.
do?
You get a penalty for
if
that.
they see it.
If they see it.
Exactly.
But the way what I don't remember watching the movie is them doing like a circle. All your team is holding each other in a circle so that the person who is coming from the other team around, you're not going to let them through. So what? I didn't understand the point of that. I didn't see that. It didn't seem like I saw that in the movies or the TV shows.
The movie's not completely accurate anyway. I mean, there's so many rules. If we're like holding on to each other and somebody tries to get through, it's a multiplayer penalty. So we go to the box for that. We'll go to the penalty box. So you can't do that, but you'll see a lot of like putting our bodies together
Right.
and blocking them with
okay.
our body, but not completely linking
can't link it.
together.
We can't actually hold on to each other. And
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, when you were, I thought I saw someone like clothesline somebody, and I didn't know
Oh, no.
how you did that without.
When it happens accidentally. It's
Yeah.
Oh,
not
it's an
done on
accident.
purpose.
Right.
Okay, it's an accident.
I've seen it happen before, but it's accidental. We don't do that on purpose. Now, years ago in the original, when roller derby first started and they were on the bank tracks, they still play on bank tracks, but we don't. We play flat track. But in the original one, a lot of it was staged, and they did throw elbows and bite and kick and scratch and
You mean like
do
wrestling?
things that we can't do.
Pretty much.
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
Choreographed.
Oh, sorry. Just observer's point.
I didn't
when
want
you
to
said,
offend any of our wrestling friends out there.
yeah, when you said it was stage,
A
my
lot
grandmother,
of it was staged back in the day.
my grandmother, to the day she died, thought that was all real, and she'd get so mad. I went, I don't think it's real. She said, that is real, Cindy. You see, those people would not fall down like that. They would not let somebody pick them up in the air and throw them if that wasn't real. And I went, okay. She got so upset if you said anything against them. So when the roller derby came out, because you said the tracks that are banked like that, so they roll up on that and come down. That was so fun to watch, and it was you felt like this has got to be real because all of that's got to be real because you couldn't fake that, and they're bleeding. How would they bleed like that without? So it was like you want to go to to the hockey show and watch because you want to see somebody run into
See a
each other,
fight.
get a fight and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
exactly.
And but the women, have you seen or have you been where they get so mad, so emotional that they start fighting nowadays?
I have not. In 10 years of roller derby, I haven't seen a fight.
You
on
have
the
not
track.
seen a fight?
No.
Really? Well, I'll tell you why she hadn't seen a fight. Is because when they get out there, the other team does not want to mess with them like that. Look, I can skate around you, that's cool. But I don't want to get in the middle of y'all's trying to keep me from going through you. So you're probably intimidated at them. You have cutthroat on your shirt, and they don't know if you mean it or not. They just think it's not very sweet. And like I was reading y'all's names, like Taz-Maim-Ya and Maim-Ya, and the different one said, which is really interesting, was about the Pope. Who's a Pope? Like there's
Pope Fiction.
Pope Fiction. Yeah, that's what I saw. Pope Fiction. I was like, okay, I'd love to find out why she called herself Pope Fiction. And but you have some really unusual names, and so I'm sure people the whole time they're looking at it like, how do they mean that? Do they really mean that? Do they really think they're like that, or what? What do y'all think? So whenever y'all meet other teams for the first time, do you get that feeling like they're intimidated by you?
No.
You don't think they're intimidated by you?
We're all like that. I mean, one thing, when you see us on the track against an opponent, I mean, game on, we're out there to play as a team, play as a unit, and hopefully win and play aggressive. But off the track, in between whistles and things like that, we're all in this together. We're all friends and stuff like that, or it's just a sport that it's one big unit. So they have intimidating names too. Don't get me wrong. It can go both ways. But yeah, no, we appreciate the cool names. We're like, oh, that's a good one. If I hear a good name, I'm like, oh, I like that name. That one's good. So.
I guess you can't change your names around. Like if you find a better name, you'll have to keep the same names, right?
You can do what you want.
Oh, you do?
I haven't changed my name.
Changing your name, you have to take into consideration all of your uniforms and T-shirts
yes.
and everything you have your name on them.
Right.
So,
Now, you ask for sponsors? Do you have sponsors, or
Yes, ma'am.
there's not any kind of company that you're working for?
We're a 501c3, so
Okay.
we'll accept anybody's money.
Anybody's money,
all good.
it's not. Yeah, that's right.
It helps keep us doing what we love to do, and then for every game that we play, we pick a local charity that we give back to. So
That's
when we
awesome.
have
I saw it.
sponsors, it helps us to do more for the community as well.
That's great. I know because y'all were, it was a pet.
Matthews
and-
Light
and-
was our this last bout that we had Sunday, and they're here local. I believe their main building is in Montgomery, but they work with the homeless and
Oh, for the
veterans.
homeless, okay. But you've done pets and
yes.
stuff a lot. That. I love that.
We have a lot of various charities that we choose.
That's really
Yeah.
that's wonderful. That's so sweet of y'all to do that. Did you start out? I mean, what year was it? I know you remember the day you said, "I'm going to be a roller derby queen."
Well, Conroe roller derby started in 2013.
Is that when you started?
It is.
It is. Oh, you. Okay. Oh, boy. You are.
The team was, I think, two months old when I
When you
joined,
came
2 or
in?
3 months.
Now, was roller derby? It seems like it went underground or something because we didn't hear about it for a long time.
I didn't know roller derby was still being played
Yeah.
until the lady that saw me and talked to me about it asked me if I liked to skate and that, and I was like, I'm kind of old for that. Roller derby, I'd probably hurt myself. She said, no, you're the same age as me. Come on out and try it, and you'll be fine. So I came out and tried it, and been here ever since. Fell in love with it. It just...
Well, it's just funny because the way it was depicted in the movies and in TV, and it seemed so extremely violent. And it at one point was that way. It was that violent.
Well, it's
or is
still
that-
full contact sport. I
No,
mean,
y'all.
well, you watched it.
Yeah, no.
so-
I mean, I saw y'all come around the corner, and I went, "Well, why are they all? They're in a huddle. What are they in a huddle for?" I couldn't figure out the huddle thing. And then I see the opposing team member coming around and trying to get through y'all, and she was on the floor sliding, having to pick herself up, and it was. And so I thought, oh, that's it. Okay, they're hiding what they're doing to those people. And it's like everybody get together, get around, so they don't see what we're going to beat them up. But I know you're not doing that. I'm just trying to get rid of my cough. But I think that it's funny that you have such a audience that is saying things out there. Hit her. They get really caught up in it. I mean, it's like they came from their kids' little league baseball game, and now they can say something, because at the little league you can't say anything mean or bad, or you can't go, all right, swing better. And I learned that with the Y, when the Y, my grandkids got on the Y, and so I went out and see their first game. And now, in my day, you could say anything you want to the opposite team. I don't care how young they were. And so you could say, and if you could yell loud enough and be convincing enough, they thought it was the coach telling them to swing. That's what I kept telling everybody. I said, they're going to think it's the coach telling them to swing. What? Let's watch this. And I tell that. They said, Cindy, that's not nice. You shouldn't do that. And I went, well, it's a game. They should know their coach's voice. That's their fault. It was very mean. But, and we were so competitive at that time. Mm-hmm. And when you got an award because you won, not because you were out there breathing in and out regularly. Yeah. And so it became a whole different game. And when you went out there, you just better go out there for the hot dogs and nothing, because you can't say anything to your, you can be supportive, but you got to be supportive of everybody, and that's probably the American way, but I'm sorry. It's just strange to me. What do y'all think about that? Do you think about it's best that they just award everybody and they don't pressure anyone to be better than the other one?
In my personal opinion,
yes.
No, I don't believe in participation awards.
Very
I have
good.
kids.
Yeah.
But everybody needs to earn it. I mean, we're not all the same.
Right. And so you wonder what it gives the psyche of the other kids that know they're not very good, but I got an award anyway. They don't feel like they deserved it, or do they feel like, you should give me an award. I came out here, didn't I? I paid the money.
There's nothing to strive for. If you're given it just for being there, what's to make you want to strive to be better, to be first?
Well, you live through your coach who's yelling at you and saying, the coaches can say things to them. It's just, It was amazing to me to let the coaches, yell at the kids and, tell them, what are you thinking? You're supposed to be doing that. The little league game that we'd gone to last night, my grandson's on, and, by the way, Sam got hit right in the head in the temple with a baseball. He's standing there talking to my son, and this is my husband, and this ball came way over, and they were yelling on the field, yelling, heads up, but you could hear them because it came over, and my husband's sitting there, and he goes, bam, just hits him really hard, and he goes down.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
It is.
And
especially in the
they
temple.
have those high nets and stuff, but it got him, and that just all the park people, every doctor in the house came running and started trying to figure out, is he okay? What's going on? And Sam was like in La La Land, and then they got ice and put all this ice on him and stuff like that. And they said, we're going to call you an ambulance. No, I don't need an ambulance. I'm calling an ambulance. He says, I'll be fine. Just give me a minute with the ice, and I'll be okay. And so he did. He came through it, and he drove home. I said, let me drive. No, I can drive. Everything's fine. Y'all are making too big a deal out of this. But everybody saw how hard that hit him. And he says to the people that, I'm not worried about anything on the outside. It is because I take blood thinners. I don't know what's going on the inside. And they all start panicking, like, okay, then we got to get you to the hospital right now. And he says, no, I'll be able to tell, I think. You can't tell if you're bleeding inside. So we had to watch him, had to go check on him all the time, how you doing? And nothing, but he kept ice on it, and there was no swelling. Yeah. And the way that hit, it popped up real quick, and then, as y'all know, whenever you get hit or you fall or anything starts swelling like that. But the ice is everything, and so this morning he was fine. He says, I'm fine. See, I told y'all, if I had gone to the hospital, you know how much that would cost me? And I went, for crying out loud. Yeah. Men are crazy. I would have gone right immediately. Have me light flighted. Go ahead. And but it was a an exciting game up to that point. But I think that the competitiveness and them and kids learning to accept defeat and then learning to want to be better so that they don't feel that again. It's almost like that's what you're teaching them, is that you can do this, but you've got to earn it. Because I agree with you that
they have to learn how to win with grace and how to lose with grace.
Yes.
And
yes.
if they're all getting an award, they're not really getting that lesson.
No, I don't think so either. And I love the YMCA, and I'm sure they were pressured by a lot of people to my child deserves an award just like yours does, and it's not that way. But they changed the rules, and it's a whole new game. And you go out to the baseball park, and as soon as one of your team does something good, everybody can yell and scream and all that, but you can't do anything negative. You can't yell anything, negative or positive more for your team than the others. That just is crazy to me. It just doesn't make sense. And I'm sure I'll get letters, but that's okay. I'll say, wait a minute, the Cutthroats were on that. Now that sounds more like something they would say. So let's send this letter on to them. No, I'm kidding. I'll never do that. I'll never throw y'all under the bus or anything like that. But I'm so intrigued by the change of being able to go from here. I'm going to make cookies for my kids at school, and then Mommy will be right back because I got to go do roller derby, and then go out there and just crash and burn in the sense, because that's what you were doing. And what killed me is how many times everybody would fall down and they'd get right back up and
have to
jump up and start skating again.
You have 3 seconds to get back up. If
You have
fall
3
down.
seconds? Holy moly, that's it?
That's it.
Okay. It takes me like 25 seconds just to get off this chair. So I don't know if that would ever work for me. But I remember being younger when I watched it, and I would go like, that would be so much fun just to get out there. Because girls usually didn't get to do that kind of contact sport like the guys do. And so just to see if you could do it. But what did your family say when you said, okay, this is what I want to do?
So my husband, even before I started, I saw a billboard advertising for it, and I went home and I told my husband, I was like, hey, I saw a billboard for roller derby. I was like, I'm gonna check that out. He's like, are you crazy? They're huge. They're gonna kill you. I'm like, that's okay. I'm fine. It'll be fine. So yeah, and that was in 2011. So,
2011.
Yeah.
And so every year you get to say, na 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 na, I'm still here.
Still here.
So does he go out and watch you?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Does he get mad when the other team, knocks you down or anything like that?
Oh, no. He knows what I signed up for. I mean, for the most part, we're all doing our best out there. We're competitive. We're aggressive. This is my teammate. I'm going to take care of my teammate, Every once in a while, you'll get, like, dirty play, but it's rare. Like she said, any illegal contact is usually accidental. But every once in a while, you'll get some dirty play. Now, that would make him upset, especially if I got hurt from somebody playing dirty. But he knows she'll handle it. Her teammates will handle it. She's in good hands.
Yeah,
It's
we're
all
a
good.
family. If somebody gets dirty on the track,
Yeah,
they basically target themselves
they do.
because we're going to defend our family.
Okay. Well, now, so you're saying that if someone is dirty to Taz, you may have to maybe
They've got
correct
14
them on
other
that?
teammates to worry about, not just me. Because we have a roster of 15 that play in a game. So you target one of us, you have 15 of us
Yeah.
that are going to come for you. So I
Now,
wouldn't
now
recommend
see,
it.
That would be the mantra. I would say I would make sure they all knew that what you just said before we start the game. And if I got something to tell, I want to announce to the other team. This is the way we feel about things.
This is my sister.
Yeah.
She has 15 other sisters, 14
Right.
other
I
sisters.
haven't played with the other teams. Cutthroats have been the only team I've ever played for, and we've always been that way. And I've always just kind of figured all teams are that way. I don't know that they are, but I think they
See,
should be if they're
yeah.
not, because it's great having a second
Okay,
family.
now, no one tell Burning Ember that there's some teams that they probably practice plays that they're going to help take someone out that needs to be out because they're too good and that kind of thing, and watch for the coaches and watch for the refs looking at you, and whenever you can, take that elbow and use it. But other than that, don't tell her that because she wants to feel like everybody's as sweet as she is.
Yeah.
No, but that's what's funny is when Ember has that hat on, I mean not hat, the helmet on, and is all decked out, like y'all were playing the other night. I'd go like, that's who I would watch out. I'd watch out for her because she could make you feel like, I'll take you out. You mess with any money, I'll take you out because she's so sweet. Really, she's just so sweet and real positive. And but so y'all never have any arguments among yourselves?
Well, of course we do. We're a family.
yeah.
I mean, every family has spats, but we love and respect each other, and we have each other's back.
So when somebody is not doing as well as they should be doing, and the others start saying, "Hey, you're not doing. Why aren't you doing this? And then you were supposed to have been here. Why aren't you here?" Does that cause any angst or anything?
It needs to, we try to stay constructive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tearing down another player is not accepted. That's means to be kicked off the team.
Yeah.
And
Very good.
Yeah, we don't allow that.
That's
the team.
great.
I mean, we groom and
But
grow each other,
constructive
including
criticism,
ourselves.
we have coaches and trainers, and they may tell us, you need to do this instead of that. This is what you're doing, but it's to make you better. It's
Right,
not to tear you
right.
down.
And it's a safety thing. A lot of times, it's like that. Doing it that way might get you hurt. By
That's
doing it this way.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I found out that you guys have a junior league,
Yes.
and that was really exciting because you're bringing up another another generation of roller derby. Has that spread the popularity of it to other places? Y'all feel like having junior leagues?
Oh,
and-
there's junior
Yeah.
leagues. Almost every team we play has a junior
They
league.
do. Okay, so y'all are like the mentors of that generation coming up and playing, and they train as hard as y'all do. They train just like you do, like what you all are doing. They're doing as well.
Almost identical, the drills, everything.
The hit drills that y'all do. Okay, so when they get out there, so you stay away from the face. Is that what you don't ever? You can
We
push the
have-
body, push the.
Yeah, we have legal hitting zones that and legal target zones. Target is where you can hit them. Hitting zones is what part of the body I am hitting with. So yeah, there's heads off limits. Below the knees and below are off limits, of course, and then the spine is off limits.
Right.
I
Okay.
can hit her all right here. I just can't hit her on the spine, which you don't want to do that.
No.
So.
No, not at all.
But there's a lot of legal areas that can be hit.
that hurt enough.
Yeah.
But I was thinking the face and the hair. Don't want to mess up their hair or the makeup, and so it would be.
We do get hit
makeup
in the
gets
face. Don't get me
smeared.
wrong. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, y'all are going so fast around there that the speed skating? Do you practice that as much as you do everything else? Is how fast you get around?
We do endurance, which in turn helps with your skating form, and it's like anything else. The more in shape you are, the faster you go. That kind of thing.
Well,
some people have speed skating backgrounds, some people don't, but we all build on it together.
But you all skated before you went into this. You were skating before you came into the roller
No,
derby?
Not always, not
Once
everybody.
or twice a year at my kids' birthday parties.
Oh my word! What? I'm thinking that your mother took you out when you were 3 years old.
I probably learned to skate when I was maybe 5, but just normal listening to music, skating on the weekends or whatever. There was no competitive skating for me.
We have new people that come and are interested, and they might start off as a wall hugger. They're holding onto the wall, and
Really?
we help them and teach them, and now they're on the track playing derby. I started out speed skating when I was 9, but like I said, we have all kinds. There's a few of us on the team that were speed skaters at one time, and like I said, some that just did it recreationally, and some that came to us and had no skating experience whatsoever.
That is amazing.
Yeah, we'll teach them to skate if they want to. They want to learn. They can come. We'll teach them.
And it's all the four wheels. It's never the
Correct.
inline.
The quads.
Correct. Yeah.
It's never that. Y'all probably are way too young to even know about the way that roller skates were. When you had a key and you had to tighten up and you put your foot, you wear your shoe or whatever, and skate that way. And it was a big shock whenever you got and went into that boot. I remember putting that on, trying to tie it up and get it tight enough, and realizing everybody's wearing these things. It's so dangerous because, I didn't realize people would get their own skates. You'd have your own skates and you wouldn't wear anybody else's skates. And it's so, those people had their dirty feet in this skate. But I remember they would be either too loose or too tight, and you couldn't hardly, just kill you. But going around the rink and stuff, and it was just amazing. I mean, you really felt like pro if you could make it around the rink once or twice. And then they have the racing skates, doing that. And that was the funnest part of it, to skate that fast and go to that, the lean, just like people when they do the motorcycles and they're going and they're moving, they lean way down. And you do the same thing with with skating and trying to get around that curve. And it was so much fun. I mean, I just totally understand the draw to that up until about maybe 45 or 50 years old, because you feel like, I'll break my hip, and then that'll be it. But you don't have anybody. How old is the oldest person?
Oldest person on the team right now is 61, I believe.
61. Yikes.
Our adult league is 18 and up. There's no age out.
That's wonderful. I mean, that's wonderful.
Our juniors are 7 to 17.
7 to 17. Do you have like 7 to 10 on one team? It's just 7 to
7 to 17.
That
they play
range,
together.
And that's hilarious. Oh, no.
No, the 17-year-olds aren't going to annihilate the 7-year-olds. They learn controlled hitting and controlled, positional blocking, where you bump them and then you just kind of basically push them out with your body. They're not going to hit them and send them flying 15 feet. They're not going to do that.
Or just hold him like this, and as they skate, I got him. But I think that it's got to be scary. But maybe you get there. I mean, they don't have no fear. Maybe they don't have any fear.
They're fearless.
They're not thinking
the
about.
The juniors are amazing. They're incredible to work with.
That's got to be before you have the fear of a broken hip. Yeah. So that's probably what it is. They feel confident nothing's going to happen to them. That's true. And I think that it's because I was such a tomboy growing up, and I would do everything. I wanted to be better than the boys. I wanted to be the best football player, the best baseball player, and we'd play out in this cul-de-sac. We'd play constantly, all the different sports, until the 13th. I was 13 years old that summer. And so we got out there like, let's play, let's play football. And I'm like, okay, all right. And I got hit by one of those 13-year-old boys, and something's different this year. They are so much stronger, and realize this is just totally different. I can't beat them anymore. And so it was sad, and I thought, but there weren't any girls that was like really fun to play with, because they just they were not going to fall down, or they don't want to catch the ball or anything like that. So yes, exactly. But I just love sports so much, and so what y'all did watching that, what y'all did the other night was so much fun. It was a trigger back in the day whenever you'd watch the roller derby, and it was so. I mean, that was a shock to everybody to realize that those are women doing that. This isn't. This is the guys. This is the women doing that. Did y'all ever see the movie? That movie that was, I think, Raquel Welch.
Raquel Welch,
Yeah, she
yeah.
was in it.
Years ago. I haven't seen it recently.
That was, I was going to try and find it because I want to see, I mean, I know that was all staged, but it was just to see how they did it and what they, the rules were back then and that kind of thing. But it was interesting because they let the women do that. And, in a way it was kind of shocking because they were letting the women hit each other, and they were also mean to each other, and it was really violent is what they said. So if it was more like wrestling, I sure hate to hear that because I thought it was all real. I thought they were doing the stuff that was real. Now, what about your kids? They want to do it? Do they?
Oh, God, no.
No, they.
Well, they're older now. I mean,
Yeah.
my kids are 21 and almost 18. But when I was skating for another league, when they were just starting junior derby, and so they were asking all of us that had kids, hey, do your kids want to play? Do your kids want to play? And I mean, we'll come home with these big bruises, and we're proud of them. We call them derby kisses. They're amazing. We love them. But I remember asking one of my kids, my oldest daughter would have loved to have done it, but she was in gymnastics. She had no time. She's like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm like, you have no time. You can't do it. And so I asked the younger one, and she's like, I don't want bruises like you. I'm like, well, I don't blame you. That's fine
Good
too.
answer.
Yeah. Good
That
for you.
is great. What about
So-
your kids?
My youngest son played for a few years till he aged out at 18. And right now, there's not a local, we don't have a local men's team at the moment. And he went off to college. So he took his skates with him and skated around the college up north. But
Funny. That's
but yeah,
funny.
he did play for a few years with the junior team.
He did so well.
Our junior team is co-ed, so
The junior team is co-ed.
yes.
You've got 7-year-old to 17, and it's co-ed
Yes.
as well. You got it all out there just laid it all out there. Let's see who survives.
They're amazing.
That's-
Amazing. And there's
That's
a
what
lot
I
of
heard.
them.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Jason, and the people up front were talking about how,
Sometimes the adult team scrimmages against our level 3 juniors. And they're on different levels, 1, 2, and 3. 1 is the beginners. 2, they're just learning to do some contact. And our level 3s are full contact like we are. So you may have a level 3 that's 7 if they're ready to pass their assessments and ready to hit people.
And be hit.
and
and
they
be
can be
hit.
hit. So if they, so that's the rule. If you hit
We've
people,
actually
be ready.
scrimmaged with our level 3. We scrimmage with them sometimes, and
They're
they're
amazing.
tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
They got youth on their
that's
side. They're
And phony.
back in the day. I know.
Yeah. And it's going to take me a little more than 3 seconds to get up from this one, but that's what they should do. Is at your age, you get a little more time
Little
to get
extra
up.
time.
You have to get up there.
They don't, though. It's still 3 seconds.
Now, I've been remiss in not saying where it is. You're skating at the Rainbow Roller Rink. That if you've lived in Conroe very long, you've had to have been there at one time for a birthday party or for something. But that place has held up really, really well.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess the only competition would be the place that's
Time to spare.
Time to Spare. They have. Do they have? No, they don't have roller rink. They have bowling
Have
and
skating,
and what else do they have?
axe throwing.
Yeah, they have a lot of different
go-karts,
things.
I think.
But you're the only skating rink then
In Conroe.
Conroe. Okay, and it's great. I mean, where it's positioned, the location and everything, they've just got to get a bigger parking lot, for crying out
I
loud.
think they're working on it. And
They are?
The owners are amazing. They're
No.
very supportive of us.
They
are
They
amazing.
love you guys.
They
You should
actually
see.
started our league.
Yeah.
They did. Okay. Well, Jason's just
Jason
a
and
trip.
Mary are
He-
just
Yeah,
Amazing.
they're
Love it.
wonderful.
Well, I'm trying to get him on the show because I want him to talk about the history of the Rainbow Roller Rink, and that how many people are showing up now. Because I remember when we first got here, there was like 18 years ago, and I found that roller rink, and so I took the kids over there, and that was a long time ago, and it's the same. You just go in there, it's the same. the way they have the seating and the way they've got it structured and all the stuff that they've got organized there, it's just hilarious. It's really great. And they play gospel songs sometimes. The kids are out there dancing and all that. They have no idea what the words are that's coming across there, because he throws in gospel music as well. It was funny.
He does adult nights too, like on Wednesdays, right? Sometimes.
The
Is it Wednesday?
second and fourth Wednesday of every month, I believe.
It's fun.
That's a good idea.
It's 21
Sometimes
and up.
sometimes it's themed like 80s,
Yeah,
90s themed.
yeah.
It's fun.
And those things are taller. No, okay. I got broke my
have
back
some
on one.
Do you
Or
need
what
one?
No, well, I wanted, everybody wanted me to get it so I wouldn't break my hip or something. And so I tried them, but you have to lean over
I
so
know,
far.
right?
And I go like, this is hurting my back more than anything.
Yeah.
But I told them, I said, I know how to.
dangerous.
Yeah, really. Because I said, I know how to skate. I skated way before you even thought about skating. I know how to skate. But they go, no, Grandma, you might fall and hurt yourself, and then we'd be in trouble and stuff. And I went,
You can come out and play with us.
okay,
right.
yeah, yeah. And I can hang on to the side and just go, please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. I love y'all. I love y'all. Listen, I just I can't imagine your next game is going to be April
16?
April
the
16th is our
16th.
next home game.
Yeah, your next home game.
Yes.
And you can go in there, and it's $15 a ticket. Is that
Right.
is
At
it
the
always
door.
at the door? It's
If
15.
you go online early, the early tickets are 12.
They're 12. Oh, okay.
But at the door day of, they're 15.
Well, I can't believe my grandchildren were going to come, and I said, I'm not paying $45 for us all to get in there. I've got to go talk to somebody.
12 and under is free.
12 and under is free. They're 16 and 18. So I'm telling them, I said, this is going to be like a business thing. I just got to connect with them, make sure that they're coming and stuff. And they went like, okay, fine. And then I thought, I don't want to pay 15 because I'm not going to be in there but maybe 5 minutes and stuff. And I want to see them play and take some video. And then I've got to get back home. I said, so I threw the I'm with the press card down, and I told them, I said, I'm with this radio station, and I'm going to have them on the radio, and I just need to get some information about names and stuff like that. So would it be okay if I come in and said, you'll have to go talk to the head girl on Kinsey? No, what's her name? The one that's that she couldn't come out because she had school. She was in school. And she's your leader? Is she the leader of the pack? I don't know. Y'all,
That would be me.
This is the leader of the
you're the
pack.
leader of the pack. Maybe she was pointing.
our
Oh,
president.
talk to Ember. But anyway, she said, we'll get you in. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, you're fine. And I said, okay, thank you. So I told my grandchildren, I talked my way in, and you guys, I probably could have gotten y'all in, but it was. But they said, well, Grandma, I would have been so embarrassed. I would have never walked in someplace that you talked them into letting you go in. And I said, okay, kids are so shy. They don't have to come in and say, I don't feel like I need to pay because I'm not going to be here that long. Is that okay with you? And they would never say anything like that. They would just die if I said anything. They don't want to bring attention to them. And they said, and don't call us across a room. If don't say our name out loud because people will turn around and look at us.
I love embarrassing my children and grandchildren.
Well, that's what I did. I went in the parking lot in the school, and I parked in this parking space, and they were going to come out the door there, and all these kids were so full of kids, and I said, hey, Samuel, hey, Cindy. And he looked at me, and his eyes got big, so he goes, he's walking across the thing, like, shut up. And he got in the car, he says, do not ever do that again. So I went, okay, fine. I'm so sorry. I just sure didn't mean to embarrass you. You know Grandma would never do anything like that. And they go like, yeah, Grandma, yeah, right. But anyway, it's fun to do it. It gives them some memories, some things to talk about when you're gone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We know that. We understand that. You guys are so wonderful. I just love that y'all came out and gave me the time to talk about this because it's something that I know, it's dear to your heart. And you guys are doing this, plus you're giving away to charities as you as you do this, you find charities to give money back to them after sponsors come in, and you help other charities. That's amazing. I love that about y'all, because it is something that so many places have no idea how to raise money or how to get money. And if you come in and say, we won't raise money for you, I'm sure they're shocked. Like, okay, that's fine with us. We'll let you do that. But I just thank y'all for giving your time to
thank you.
come talk to me and be on the show.
Derby.
We
talk
do.
Derby all the time.
It's so funny. I thought you said we love talking dirty.
Derby.
Derby. Watch your.
I actually have a pin on one of my Derby jackets that says "Talk Derby to me."
There you go. See, I knew that was in her. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, that's hilarious. But I never thanked our sponsor. When y'all said about the sponsors, you take the sponsor, you get the sponsors. We have a sponsor, and in the beginning of the show, usually is when I thank them. I didn't get to do it because I was so excited about getting to talk to y'all. So right now, this very minute in time, I will. This Wootton Financial is our sponsor. They're a financial group, and they help people with their retirements and how to deal with money and what to do, the mattress versus the banks and that kind of thing. And so they're great. And they have Chris Wootton is the head of it, the owner of it, and he comes on and he helps calm people down about different issues and things like that. And so he was just on a few days ago about the banks and all the messes going on, and he just talks to them about here's where I think it's going and that kind of thing. It's just he's so calming and all that. And where I was like, he's got to hurry and get on the show because I know people are out there really upset and scared and about to do runs on the bank and all. And he just came on and said, look, just it'll work itself out if everybody just would step back a minute and don't panic and watch Wonderful Life. And watch that panic run on the bank, and then say, "I don't want to do that. That's not right." But I think that he coming on has been so funny because I know nothing about finances or anything like that, and he's brilliant. And so to come on, and I'll ask my husband, now, well, what's the question that would make me not look like an idiot if I ask him? And so my husband will tell me what I can say to him or talk about this or talk about that. And I said, it's so aggravating being someone that's not, clued in enough to talk about it. It's like a woman going into the mechanic and them saying, well, what is your car doing? And the only thing you have is to make sounds like your car. And you feel like, if I could just say it's the alternator belt that seems like it's slipping, and I wish I could, something that you could figure out to say intelligently. So he's helped raise our awareness and all that. So it's been good. And I've got. You haven't given me the sign. Okay. 3 minutes. I've got 3 minutes with y'all. Oh, that's like a lifetime. No. I just want to say thank y'all again. And listen, your game that's going to be on the 16th, can people go online now and get tickets, you said, and you get 12 instead of 15. Is that right?
You can get them for 12 instead of 15. I'm trying to think.
I don't think that link is up yet, but it will be.
It will be.
It will be
Before
shortly.
then. Yeah,
so yeah,
'cause we
keep
got
checking
time.
back if you don't mind, like on Facebook and all of our other
Yeah.
Instagram,
You can
everything
find
else.
us on
Yeah.
Facebook. Just search Conroe Roller Derby.
Yeah.
And it'll
Conroe
come
Roller
up.
Derby. Okay,
and we'll
not
have an event page put up for our next
Okay.
game on the 16th, and there'll be a ticket link on there.
okay, and there'll be a
purchase
ticket
tickets.
link then, and so and get there early. Believe me, get there early, and so you'll have parking space.
The doors will open at 5:30. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead.
Doors will open at 5:30.
Okay.
Like you were saying about the chairs, it's BYOB as long as you don't bring any glass containers, and BYOC, bring your own chair so you can set up trackside. You don't have to. You can be behind the wall. You can stand against the wall, whatever. But it's fun when you're sitting trackside.
So
you know?
they'll let you take your chair that you
take your
bring,
chair.
and they don't check it for how it won't hurt the wood or the.
Well, I mean,
floor.
let's. not have any nails sticking out that are going to damage poor Jason and Mary's floor.
Drag it across.
And we
the-
try to keep that rink preserved as well. We love it. That's
Right.
our second home. So
But
yeah.
they let you sit out there on the rink. That's so. When I saw that, I thought these must
Yeah.
be the VIP people that
Y'all are all
they
VIP.
get. Everybody's VIP.
Everybody's VIP. We
All
love
our
our
Derby
fans. We
fans.
love them.
To see that's so sweet. Y'all are great, and I hate to find out that y'all are this sweet with that name. So,
We're sweet now.
oh, that's right.
You
You
know,
cross over that.
We are sweet.
Yeah, you
Then we-
cross
Yeah.
over that
Our
track, and
alter
it's
ego comes out once we're on the track.
Yeah.
oh, I love it. I love it. Just, I'll tell you what. We'll get some. I'll talk to them and see if they can give us some tickets to give away, or something like that
that'd
we
be
can do, and that would be so much fun to have. Be able to be a part of that. I want to see it, and
We
my
would love it.
my granddaughter wants to get out there
Yeah.
for sure.
I
Please
can make
come
that
out.
happen.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. I want to thank the first responders. We love you. We respect you. You're awesome. Thank you for being there. And you know what? We love you, but God loves you more. So you guys have a good weekend. This is my weekend. It starts Thursday. Okay. See ya. Love you. Bye.
Every week, people ask the same two questions. Are they ready to retire? Will their savings last for their lifetimes? Hi, this is Chris Wootton with Wootton Financial Group. Our firm has been in Montgomery County for decades, but the hopes and dreams of the people we serve never change. We help answer these two questions and many more that people have about their uncertain financial future. We have a simple introductory client experience that allows us to get to know the client and includes a few meetings for the client to kick the tires at no charge. We provide a concise, one-page summary that helps the client get a better handle on which questions are the right questions for them. To learn more about Wootton Financial Group's process in helping their clients to a clearer financial future and to see their contact information, visit Cindy Cochran's show page on irlonestar.com/TCCS. Wootton Financial Group is a proud sponsor of the Cindy Cochran Show. Wootton Financial Group is available by phone at 936-449-5952 or visit them on the web at www.woottonfinancial.com. That's www.woottonfinancial.com.
This program is sponsored by the Wootton Financial Group. It is not the intent of Wootton Financial Group to render or offer personalized investment advice or financial planning advice through this radio program or any related website. Wootton Financial Group's participation in this program is limited to providing general information on financial matters and should not be construed as financial recommendation or investment advice. Investment advisory services are offered through Game Plan Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisor registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission and the state of Texas. Insurance services are offered through Wootton Financial Group, Inc. Game Plan Advisors and Wootton Financial Group, Inc. are affiliated through common ownership, and neither firm is affiliated with The Cindy Cochran Show. No listener should assume that any information presented and or made available on this program serves as the receipt of or a substitute for personalized individual advice from Game Plan Advisors, Wootton Financial Group, or any of their representatives.
Have a legal question? Are you a resident of Montgomery County? Call 281-645-63